This is who everybody should have been for.
Y'all ain't got no more Kool-Aid?
Bruh.
Oh, y'all on? Y'all on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. First off, it's an honor and a privilege to have you back down here at the Nation. We got a lot of good results from the last time you were here. They told us that you got a lot more votes than they are. For those who don't know, one ball ain't low. What's going on with you?
Thanks for having me back. I've been campaigning all over the country, but I love coming to Stayfly Nation.
Well, we hope, and it's always a pleasure.
Definitely.
And we hope we got you with some Kool-Aid. Somebody should be getting you some.
Yeah, put that ice in it. I like Cynthia knows she don't. Yeah.
And so now,
Okay.
for those who don't know, like, how's the campaigning been going?
The campaign's been going. It's been good. Ain't nobody been shooting at me. I've been having no problems, but they've been blocking me from all the debates. I know y'all was wondering why I wasn't at the debate with Biden and Trump, because, you know, the Republicans blocked me. They said, listen, these are the only two viable candidates, and they didn't want an independent in there. And I tried. I was there, but they wouldn't let me on stage. And when Biden started fumbling, I said, let me go, pass the ball. But they didn't want to pass the ball to one ball hang low. So that's why y'all didn't see me it being televised.
And now, if you were at the debate, I know you heard a lot that happened in the debate. How did you feel about it?
I thought that, you know, they say that Trump lied 16 times. I counted 18. But, you know, I'm not a math major, so I'm not going to debate that. But in any event, I thought that Biden did well. Yes, he stumbled and he fell. I mean, the man is 162 years old. Last I counted. But in any event, I think that, what? They said Biden dropped out.
Bruh.
I hope that the party endorses me. What they want? Listen, me and Kamala, we can run together. We can go on the same ticket. I'll become a Democrat. But what I really want to get into, why they brought me down here, to speak about the alleged assassination attempt.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I want to speak about
We were
that.
going to ask you about that. What's your take on that and how you feel?
I mean, first of all, I'd like to offer condolences to the firefighter and his family that lost his life, because somebody did die. Whether it was scripted, fake, or whatever, somebody did die, and that was very real. So I offer my condolences to his family and all our civil servants that serve in these type of capacities. One ball hang low is with y'all. But what I would like to say is a couple of things that didn't sit right with me about the whole thing. I'm not going to say it was an inside job, or it was a setup, whether it was fake or whether it was a real assassination attempt. But, you know, one ball hang low, and have I been traveling through these lower economic communities, they pose questions to me, and I'm gonna pose questions to your viewers, you know, if I can.
No, of course, you have the floor.
So one of the questions they wanted to ask, they were saying, being it was a small venue and they only had 2 roofs, why wasn't the second roof secure? They said, and you know, they spoke to the one of the leaders of the Secret Service, and she said that it was just too dangerous to put people on top of that roof. But we noticed that after the shooting, they were standing up on the roof like nothing was wrong.
Bruh.
So that was one of the questions that the people have been posing, one ball hang low, and I said I'm gonna try to get y'all some answers, because the alleged shooter didn't have no problem climbing up on the roof and securing himself. He didn't slip off. A lot of things came up that didn't really fit right with one ball. They showed a receipt for him purchasing a 5-foot ladder. But we saw the pictures, and the ladder that was adjacent to the roof was a 10-foot ladder.
Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
So why would he purchase a 5-foot ladder? He didn't put 2 ladders on top of each other.
Bruh.
So that didn't sit right with one ball. If he did have a 10-foot ladder, nobody seen him carrying a 10-foot ladder to the building that the Secret Service was occupying.
I got you, homie.
Because they said several Secret Service members saw him, and they was radioing their commander saying there's a guy looks suspicious, and nobody responded to the guy looking suspicious. And the Secret Service agents on the adjacent roof had him in their scope, and they were told not to fire. So, you know, a lot of these things begs the question, was it an inside job? Because a lot of people believe that this young man, who was obviously mentally disturbed, would not have been able to accomplish this feat, even though he missed. If he did fire, he wouldn't have been able to accomplish that feat, getting on the roof undetected and being able to fire 6 or 7 shots before they took him out. You know, there's also a conspiracy theory going around about being the second shooter on a building behind that building, and the kid was the fall guy for the second shooter. But all this stuff, you know, I think should be investigated. That's why I think y'all should vote for one ball hang low, because I get in there, I'm going to definitely hold hearings and investigate this whole thing, whether the Secret Service were negligent in their job, whether it was an inside job, and whether the whole thing was a ruse. One ball hang low. Having been in trouble before, I know one thing for certain. They don't clean crime scenes that fast. A crime scene, they usually preserve a crime scene so they can come and collect evidence. But if you notice, the Secret Service was on the roof within minutes with a hose washing the roof off. Where do they do that at? Y'all tell one ball hang low. Where do they wash off a crime scene with a hose? Arguably, this is one of the greatest crime scenes this year. And you just go and clean the crime scene because they wanted to wash away evidence. In one ball hang low's opinion. If you want accountability in your government, if you want no more assassination attempts, because ain't nobody trying to kill one ball hang low, not yet. But if you want all that, then vote for one ball hang low. This is a one ball hang low message, and I approve this message.
Before you, can we do one?
Oh, sure, I got all the time.
Before you, now, it's funny how you just said that last statement. We wasn't gonna bring this up, but somebody just told me I can
talk about it.
We heard it was sort of like an attempt on your life in Wichita. What happened with that?
That was listen, that had nothing to do with the campaign, because you know I used to mess with this little shorty in Wichita. And me and her got into some stuff. I had left some stuff at that crib. She pawned some chains. But I digress. But that had nothing to do with the campaign and anything like that. So that wasn't like a governmental conspiracy. That was her and her brother killer and her other brother murder. They had got into it. It was a family dispute. So I want to keep that out the press.
Well, all right, thank you.
But that was, you know, I do want to say poverty rates influence crime in these lower economic communities, and I'm gonna change all the poverty rates if you vote for one ball hang low. I'm gonna allow y'all to sell weed. You don't need no license to sell weed, because the weed is a victimless crime. I don't know why they're going so hard cracking down on all these weed spots. I think they're wasting government resources. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith Murray said, get lifted.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you for. It's always a pleasure having you down here.
Thank you.
And we hope you know you got our votes.
Definitely. And if they don't allow me in any more debates, I'll be debating people in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that want to debate me in the hood, just sign up.
Well, thank you. One ball hang low.
I approve this message.